Hey guys, today I want to talk a little bit about expat culture and how it has accepted two huge lies. The first is that if you disagree with someone's lifestyle, you must fear or hate them. And I don't want to make this like a negative thing. I think we can turn this into like a positive thing. It's something that it's a small minority of people, but it's something cultural that people have taken over here. And if you disagree with the way a lot of expats are, if you disagree with someone or their lifestyle, you must fear or hate them. And I see that a lot amongst expats. And I mean, there's one thing if people are bringing in nonsensical crap and you just don't want to be near that. That's a toxic person. That's something different we're talking about here. This is like a belief system that people carry over here sometimes. And it's quite a few people that we see like this. And, if you disagree with someone's lifestyle, you must fear or hate them. And it's just nonsense. It's utter nonsense. And this is put out by the guy from Duck Dynasty. I just thought I saw his quote here, and I says, something that's very, very true amongst expats over here. It's something that we see all the time where people label people as they're either this or that, and I'm not going to go into what they label them as, and it just kind of hurts our expat culture over here. There's a certain divisiveness over here. I've had people, other vloggers for that matter, go after me, and it's kind of like a terrible thing to have somebody on your butt riding you all the time about things that they don't even know anything about. They always usually get it wrong, The next thing he says is, the second is that to love someone means you agree with everything they believe or do. Both are nonsense. You don't have to compromise convictions to be compassionate. I mean, that's very true, man. I find that when people try to get me to compromise my convictions for them to like them or to be around them or to be their friend or whatever, that's when I know that they're not my friend. It's something that you see over here a lot. A lot of expats over here they try to get you to believe a certain way, a certain thing. I've had people talk to me over and over again about things that I should be doing in my life, and they keep riding me about that over and over. It's like beating a dead horse, and it's like, I'm not going to change. I'm not going to compromise my convictions because somebody else is telling me that I have to, or telling me that I'm doing wrong, when they don't know the whole thing behind everything that I'm doing. They just see a part of it. And I'm not going to explain myself either. If I have to explain myself, that person's not a friend. I'm not going to sit there and explain myself to everybody. I don't have enough time in the world to explain myself to everybody, and nor do you. So don't, when somebody starts coming around and they start giving you this nonsense that you have to, agree with them or whatever, or you can't be my friend, or you can't love me, or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. It's just, you meet so many of these people that they wear you down. They become toxic people or whatever. We talked about the toxic people before. This is more like a lesser toxic. It's not totally toxic. It's just people that are on the wrong path, and they need to kind of change that path sometimes and get on the right road. And I'm not saying I'm perfect on this, because I'm not. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not trying to be up on top of my pedestal looking perfect. I'm not Mr. Perfect, and most of us aren't. I'm just stating, like, we all try to keep on working on bettering ourselves here in the Philippines. We all come here to become better people, to be happier people, to escape our past and everything. And we don't need this stuff with expat culture problems and culture issues and mentality. It's just, we don't need it. We didn't come over here for this. We come over here to live our lives, have a nice girlfriend, have a lot of joy in our lives, a smile on our face, and just to be able to walk out in the morning and say, today I'm going to have a great day. And that's the way you should start your day. When you walk out the door, say in your mind, say, hey guys, I'm going to have a great day. Or just say, I'm going to have a great day today, and don't let anybody wreck it. If people start wrecking your day, get up and walk away. You're in the Philippines now. You don't have to hang around with these naysayers and these people that are trying to knock you off your your happiness and your joy. Don't let people take away your joy here. You know, I want to talk positive. I want to be a positive person. I want to be as positive as I can. And sometimes the people that talk about trying to be the most positive people can be the most negative people sometimes. I've seen that with a few people here. They knock everybody else because supposedly that person is disrupting their happiness because they're doing this, or this, or because they're talking to this person a certain way and they don't like it or whatever, and they have to correct you on every single thing. That's a person that's obsessive compulsive. They have a obsessive compulsive disorder where they're trying to correct everything in their life, and they have to control you too. You know, and there's also the narcissistic people, which we've talked about, but there's also like an obsessive compulsive disorder out there, which we see sometimes in the Philippines with a lot of expats too. Obsessive compulsive can carry over into many different facets and different ways and different forms, and it's not a healthy lifestyle when people get that way, where they're obsessive compulsive about trying to change everybody, trying to fix the world. You're not going to fix the world, and those people need to realize that they can't fix the world. When you're around somebody like that, it's best to just give them their space sometimes. When you're around people like that, just let it go in one ear, right out the other ear. Doesn't mean you can't be friends. I'm not telling you not to be friends with these people. You can be friends with them in one ear, out the other ear. You know, you just have to take them for what it's worth. You know, don't become enemies. Sometimes it can be it can grind on you for a while, and sometimes you got to tell them, let them know, hey, listen, you're starting to grind on me. You know, you keep on saying the same thing over and over to me. Stop. Enough. I know. Okay, I heard it already. It doesn't mean I have to change. I'm not going to change. I am who I am. If you don't like it, you can go on your own road. I can go on my own road. Doesn't mean we can't be friends. I'm just telling you to stop. You know, and you have to kind of put those boundaries down, lay those boundaries down. Expats can be really tough and brutal sometimes. I hear from a lot of guys down in Dumaguete, Angeles. I've heard from a couple of guys up in QC that I sat and talked with. Manila, all over the place. They can be kind of brutal, even up in Baguio. But for the most part, most expats here get along. The majority of expats get along. Yeah, you're gonna have a few problems here and there with a few meatballs, you know, and you're gonna run into your share of dickheads over here. Don't let them grind on you. Don't. Keep your peace. When you walk out, keep that joy in your heart. You know, keep that joy in your heart and don't let it go, because otherwise people will rob it from you. Don't let it happen. God bless, guys. Take care. I hope you enjoyed today's show.